Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Guys up front line up. It's first down. And now the handoff. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's found some room at the 45. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The shotgun handoff here. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Going after, not right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. See if they can convert the point after. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Ball handed off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
But what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And, Chris, I think back all the years of Texas football, going way back. And they've had some good receivers. Roy Williams comes to mind, Devin Duvernay more recently in the slot. But, man, they really need to start a new legacy. And maybe plays like this can get them going in a new direction.
Second down play coming up for this offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going for a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And they hand it off to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
The important 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. How about the big nose tackle? Known as a run stopper, but he gets to the quarterback that time.
Yeah, usually the big man is off the field when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You know, like you said, Chris, this guy's usually known for just eating up blocks, but the big man there shows he's got enough twitch to get to the quarterback, and he gets a sack. Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. The Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. They still cannot stop this receiver. We're in the first quarter. He's already got 100-plus receiving yards.
This guy is big time and living up to the hype. I mean, you and I both knew coming in that they had to be able to slow him down. Who expected this guy to have over 100 yards receiving in the first quarter?
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Handoff heading left. The Cowboys pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Bringing pressure. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense has got the football. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Texas. On the scoop and score. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. After the extra point, the lead is now 17-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Pitch to the back. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. Looking right. This one caught. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Cowboys come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. Throws to the tight end. And he pulls in the catch. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
First and 10 play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so second and 6.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half, and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He bought some time, now lets it go.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Cowboys will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Receiver makes the catch. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Risky call here by this offense. I thought the quarterback might wait a little bit longer for him to take his route beyond the sticks, but he gets the ball out of his hands. And how about the job by this receiver to fight for that first down?
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drop. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. That has settled for 3 last time. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the 3-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. He'll hand it off. That's the spin move. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and we reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Oh, and he couldn't quite hold on. The big guy had a chance for a first down interception, and it falls incomplete.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Quick completion to the tight end. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Tackle made after a big gain.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And the freshman brings him down quickly. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score with a run to the right. He's swarmed by the defense. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's third and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
So what's the play call? It's fourth and goal from the 3. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? First down, looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
So one play moves the ball to the 38. It'll be first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And here comes a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
So second down after the incompletion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. After making his first attempt, he'll try again from 41 yards out. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle at the 35. Good enough for a first down. The offense is fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Not much of a gain there, Kirk. The defense paying close attention to the tight end.
Yeah, really good coverage that time. They're aware of exactly where he is on the field. They took him away completely. I gave him a completion, but not many yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Morales. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
And the Cowboys line up on 1st and 10 now. Single back takes the handoff. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys looking to cash in this red zone trip. They look to throw it here on second down. Lets it go quickly. Touchdown, Cowboys. Still no answer for this offense. Now the important point after attempt. knocks through the PAT, so the lead is 28-27. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Here's the second down play. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he's going to launch it deep again. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
They'll run it from the gun. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Longhorns pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. They'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. Hit just as he throws the ball. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football to the 42.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
Incompletion makes it second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's brought down out at the 46. Third down play for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a deep completion. Catch made, it's a big play inside the 30.
And you you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Ball handed off. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. This passing game is still on fire. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the point after makes the lead 8. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Longhorns are in the red zone now. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Escapes the sack. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas. Here we go. It's what you hope for. Fourth quarter, one-possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple scores, then all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
It's obviously down 2. They'll go for the two-point conversion to try to tie the score. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And they'll set up for the PAT. And there's the point after. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. He's going to hand this off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Worked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Boy, another nice completion by this quarterback and one of his receivers. You know, if I'm right, you look at this quarterback in this game alone, he's now over 350 yards. What a game for him.
They'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in pistol.
Get set, get set.
And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Ready up.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass hauled in inside the 15. They've got him, and he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down, they elect to go for it, and they get the 1st down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10.
Now 55 feet.
They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. And he's tackled down to the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
On the set.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. They're going to run it here. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys. They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the 4th quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Now it's second down here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go. It's caught downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you can see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second down, we're going to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. But now with the conference championship on the line, Kirk, they got to get the ball back and score again.
This may decide the result of the conference championship right here. All of the focus are going to be on the special teams units. Who's going to get this onside kick?
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Receiver in motion now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. And the two-point conversion will tie up this game here late in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. The throw complete to the running back underneath. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. The receiver makes the grab. That picks up the first down. Spotted at the 39.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. So here we go. One last chance to win it in regulation and avoid the risk of overtime. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's a strong stiff arm. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Can this defense get a stop and send this to overtime? Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quick throw to the left. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is up and no good. Here in the 4th quarter, the game remains tied.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. Here we go. One last chance for this offense to score and win it in regulation. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He makes the grab. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You talk about a dream football game at the college level. This guy's now over 400 yards passing today.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. A short completion of the tight end. And a timeout taken by the defense here with 19 seconds to play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. And and it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, it's one of those calls that's tricky. It sounds easy to say, why would you go for it? But at the same time, who knows if you're going to get your hands on the ball again. So you're being aggressive. It doesn't work out, and now you got to rely on your defense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete as time runs out of regulation. We are headed to overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Down he goes, a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Field goal try, no good. He missed it. He missed it. The game remains tied.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT. Handoff in a single back formation. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. Come to the line for second down and very short now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense comes to the line here on 1st and goal. They're not sending out the kicker yet for a game-winning field goal try. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So here we go. We'll set up for a walk-off chip shot to win it here in overtime. And he's got it, an overtime game winner.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, they can find out how they fare against the 11 other